Table views. Yeah, we are talking about them now. From settings app, contacts app, or apps like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, everyone uses Tableview. Why? Because it's flexible. You can even implement something like chat functionality with the implementation of Tableview. In today's video, we are not only going to see how to implement table views, but we are also going to see how to have multiple cell types in table views. So without further ado, let's get started. We are going to create a table view with two different types of cells, one which will only have labels and the another one which will have an image too. So let's start by creating a project. We are going to start by designing our screen. Let's place a navigation bar on top for title. Drag and drop it onto the view. Set the auto layout constraint. Let's set the title to dashboard. Let's uncheck the translucent. Let's add the star of the video now, which is table view. We are also going to add a background view to the table view because we need to set the background color to our main view for changing the color of status bar. We are going to add constraint for this view. We are going to give the bottom constraint to super view and not from the safe area because it's smart to use the space at the bottom side. Table view content or cells are going to move up anyway when you access it. Drag this table view inside this view and set the auto layout constraint for your table view now. Let's set the data source and delegate method for table view. If we don't set data source method, we won't be able to render data on table view, meaning the data won't show on the table view. And if we set the data source but we haven't set the delegate method, then we won't be able to get the callbacks when clicked on row of table view. We are now setting color for navigation bar and view. Because we have decided to have two custom cells for this project, we have to create it. For that, click on plus button, then click on new file. Now click on Cocoa Touch class. Make sure that it's a subclass of UI table view cell. Set the class name to whatever your heart says. We are going to make it a text table view cell. Also, don't forget to check also create XIB. Now click on create. Again click on plus button and create one more cell. We are going to name it image table view cell. We are now going to design our cells. Remember that this can be according to your UI or according to your need. We have to set the reuse identifier for cells now. In simple words, reuse identifier is a unique name given to cells which is useful to render this cell on table view. It's a good practice to set reuse identifier as the cell name itself, so we are just going to copy it and paste it over here. Let's get back to designing. Follow the same process for image table view cell as well. Set the reuse identifier to it and design it. Let's run the project and see what happens. It says that we have not implemented number of row in section method, which is the data source method for Tableview. For that, let's go to viewController.swift and declare the data source methods. Write UI Tableview delegate and UI Tableview data source. Here UI Tableview delegate is not useful for us as we are not going to have a click action on our rows, but it's good practice to add these both. Let's declare the method number of rows in section. Because this is a demo project, we are going to set the number of rows to 10. In your case, it can be according to number of data that you get from API or what you have in JSON file. Let's declare the method self for row at index path also. This method is responsible for rendering the UI on the table view and also for reusing your cells and to feed the data to corresponding label or image. Here in our demo project, we are going to show random cell types on random row number. Let's have 0th, 1st, 5th, 7th and 9th row as text table view cell. Every other cell is going to be of type image table view cell. We are now going to create an instance of text table view cell. We are using DQ reusable cell with identifier. This helps the compiler to create only the handful of cells which are needed to cover the screen and then releases them from the memory when we scroll down or scroll up. This is why table view won't crash even if you have thousands of rows in it. Here, this identifier is the identifier that we set in XIB. Set the selection style for cell to none, because if we don't do that, it's going to highlight the cell when you tap on it. We are going to follow the same steps and create an instance for image table view cell as well. Let's run the project and see what we get. And we are getting a crash saying that you have to register a nib for the identifier. This is to register all the possible cells to the table view. To register a nib, we have to create an outlet of the table. So go to main.storyboard and create an outlet. Make sure to register cells in viewDidLoad only, as this is needed only once in view controller lifecycle. We will have to link two cells to the table view. One will be for text table view cell and another will be for image table view cell. Let's run the project. Yep, works perfectly fine. Let's now set the separator to none because our background view in the cells can work as a separator. I have already added some assets to our project. We have two pictures here. One is for setting the profile picture, which is my picture, and another one is for content of our image table view cell, which is a picture taken by me. Go to text table view cell and assign the profile picture to this image view. Now let's go to image table view cell and assign profile picture and content image. Create outlets for profile picture, labels and background view so that we can set corner radius to it. For that, go to text table view cell.xib. Then click on this plus button which adds an editor to the right side. Select the class for this XIB, which is text table view cell. Create an outlet for profile picture, label and background view so that we can give corner radius to it. Create outlets for profile picture, labels and content image in image table view cell also. Let's go to viewcontroller.swift file and set the corner radius for UI elements for both the cells programmatically. Let's run the project and see how this turned out. Pretty good, right? If you see the navigation bar on top, you can see that the color is not matching with the status bar color. Remember that status bar color is set by giving the color to the main view of view controller. We are now going to create an outlet for navigation bar so that we can change its bar tint color programmatically. Let's run the project and see how this looks. Yeah, this looks great. Remember that the data we are seeing here on image view and labels are static here. After assigning some dynamic data to the table view that we just created, it can look something like this. Pretty cool, huh? If you learned something from this video or if you liked it, please like, share and subscribe. You can also ask me questions about this video in the comment section here. Also, if you could not understand something from the video, the link for that is in the description. Stay home, stay safe. Thank you.